So when I did my post on neoliberalism in terms of cultural racism, I had a comment that said, leave us alone, stop trying to change us. Stop trying to change us, leave us alone. And for me, what that comment said was, leave us to be racist and to be conservative in the worst way possible. And so the thing that I would like to address for me is that I am an African Caribbean British male. And I am fiercely British in many ways. I love the British culture and I love the British way of life fiercely. I love the English language and I wouldn't change that for anything. And I love things culturally. I love the fact that we complain about the weather. I love the fact that we say good morning and that we have our English manners. I love dressing smartly as a British gentleman and being a British gent and trying to, dress very well. And I've got a friend who, is the same. A female friend who is British, born British, white Caucasian, upper middle class. And we love dressing up and embracing that very British dimension of being British. And for me, there are so many things that make me quintessentially British and that make me fiercely defensive of Britain and British culture. It is, that is me to the core. And that is one dimension of my personality. There is also an African dimension of my Afro-centric dimension to my personality that I cannot give up equally. And what we have in society amongst black men is there is an issue with black on black violence that plagues British society that is part of knife and gun crime. And part of that is that society shames the Afrocentric. It shames African culture. It shames anything that is Afrocentric. It is laughed at, it is shamed. And so the shamed African characteristics create violence in many ways because one wants to be as Eurocentric. There is a competition amongst black males to be as European as possible, to have the Eurocentric trinkets of wealth, to embrace Eurocentric beauty, because Africans, there is a trope of Africans being ugly, and there is that shame. There is a virulent hatred of the excluded African self. And so there is that competition to distance oneself from being African and to embrace the things that are seen as civilized and that are accepted. But the Afrocentric can never go away because it is a part of the personality. And so this toxic competition will continue and continue, and the violence that is part of that toxic culture will continue and continue until the Afrocentric is accepted.